Hi, I'm Luke Massey, and in this series for Wax Photographic we're going to be exploring the local estates in kind of the habitat of the Iberian lynx, trying to hopefully find them but also looking for their signs with Jose Luis, who is a conservation biologist and tour guide, so he really knows what he's looking for. So what we've actually got here is, what would you call it? Would it be a sprinting spot? Like something?
Yeah.
So really fresh, well, a mixture of really fresh lynx poo and quite big, so it's probably a male. Yeah, big male lynx coming through. We're just trying to work out which way the lynx might go when it leaves its droppings here. And I once got told, when you see it, I'm going to pick up the lynx poo now. But you can see the point is the last point to touch the lynx, and it's almost like it's an arrow. So it dropped out like that. Oh, well, not like that, but dropped out. And the lynx went that way, so it's like the poo's an arrow pointing in which way it went. We hope. We're going to set up one of the camera traps, hoping that we get a lynx walking past. In a later episode I'm going to show you, kind of concentrate more on camera trapping and how important it is to us on this project. So that's the camera trap set up, and we're going to go do a stakeout now as the sun sets and hope that a lynx appears from somewhere. So the sun's just setting behind us, but we're kind of on a high vantage point just to see if we can see any lynx. And we've set up a few camera traps, and now, I mean, this is when they're going to start moving. So you can see kind of the main tracks that they use, and there's a few open areas. But we've also got to listen out for bird alarm calls, like the magpies. When they start going crazy, usually that means there's a lynx around. But now even they're going to bed, so it'll be quite hard to find. But we'll just keep looking. It'd just be really good if we could see one. As the saying goes, searching for the lynx really is like searching for a needle in a haystack. I just expect to, like, if you're looking into the bushes, see a pair of eyes peering back out. Wishful thinking.
I'm sure many times.
Yeah. How many lynx have you driven past in your life? With it being so dry in summer, finding any tracks of the lynx is pretty much impossible. But there's the odd sandy patch, and if a lynx has passed through it, there is a chance we could find the prints. So we're just driving through the estate now to head to another water source where the Life Project have been having camera traps along these roads and seeing the lynx moving back and forth, and they come in the evening, and there's actually a female with cubs here. So fingers crossed, if we wait around we might be lucky and see it. This is actually, like, between all the estates you have these really big fences because they've got cattle and horses on to keep them in, but they've got these kind of lynx gates, so it's open just enough for a lynx to squeeze through. And later on in the project this could be a good place to put a camera trap. Although it's not the most natural shot, it will show kind of what measures are put in place to help the lynx survive in these areas. A lynx's diet is 90% rabbit, and that's one of the reasons they're going extinct, because of the lack of rabbits. So the conservationists and scientists are actually building these kind of Teletubby mounds that are basically fake rabbit warrens, and then introducing rabbits into them. And this estate is like a really good estate for lynx, and we are about to start waiting just at the top of the hill here, because just behind over here is the big lake. Rabbits around here, and a lynx who actually denned in the valley up there and has cubs. So for this I'm going to be shooting on a Canon 1DX with a 500mm with a 1.4 converter. I've got quite a lot of reach, and then should the lynx get too close I can obviously whip the converter off and go from there. The 500mm on the 1DX are pretty weighty, so I need sturdy legs. So I've got a Benro tripod with a Benro carbon fibre gimbal head. So they're both lightweight, perfect for travel, but also sturdy enough to hold all my gear. And I can sit back and relax and get the shots safely without getting tired arms. Because as you can see I'm really muscly. So we've been sat here for about 40 minutes now, which is still early, but the temperature's dropping, so stuff's going to start moving, and there's a few alarm calls, although at this time of year, in winter, if there's an alarm call it usually does mean a lynx, but this time of year it could be that there's a snake or anything, but we hope that they're alarm calling because of a lynx moving through the shrubs. But I keep scanning this whole vista, and I see a rock and I think it's a lynx, and I get the binoculars on it and it's a rock, and then 10 minutes later I see the same rock and it's still a rock, it's not a lynx. But there's that moment when a lynx will hopefully pop out in the open, then you can't really mistake it, and it definitely is a lynx. And then you kind of kick yourself thinking, how could I mistake that rock for a lynx 20 times? But fingers crossed that a lynx is going to pop out before it gets dark. So we've actually just seen a few rabbits on the hillside opposite, which is kind of, coming from England, it's kind of crazy to say how cool that is, but because rabbits are so scarce here, and rabbits are lynx food, so if the lynx foods come out in here, hopefully the lynx will be out as well. As you can see, the light's pretty much gone and we haven't seen a lynx, so photographically we're probably not going to get anything to say, but we are going to stay a little longer just to see if we can see a lynx. But we don't need to keep reminding ourselves, but this is the rarest cat in the world and it's not going to be easy. That's why I'm here for 3 months, and it's days like these when you get nothing that makes the day when you do get something completely worth it. So we'll come back and we'll try again and again until we get that shot.